Hey Taurus, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your first half of July general reading here. So let's speak briefly about the meditation I just did for y'all. So really interesting. I channeled the movie Kate and Leopold. Yes, Kate and Leopold. Meg Ryan and Hugh Jackman, but of course, you know, that movie is very much about the past meeting up with the future and then, you know, meeting up in the present time in a way. I saw you guys as time walkers, where I saw aspects of yourself from the past and aspects of yourself from the future, and then you being on this balance beam, like a gymnast, on this balance beam in the center, but having a really nice time. I want to say to you, enjoy this time. Enjoy this time. I saw you walking this balance beam and then sitting in the middle of it with both of your hands out with your legs crossed, and just it felt like a very temperance, like the temperance key, a beautiful place of balance and enjoyment. Okay, I'm gonna go with something that I'm getting here. I'm getting the image of when you have more than one offer, right? It's the energy of when you have two offers, whether that's, you know, two schools that have offered you admission, two different jobs, two different prospective partners, you know, whatever that is, two different homes that are equally fabulous. And you have that moment in time where, you know, you go, okay, I'm going to take some time to really take my time with this and consider my options. But it's a very relaxed state of being in an, you know, place of enjoyment, because you know that there's really no wrong answer, right? It's just if you want fries with that or the tater tots. Both are equally fabulous. It's just about what you want. You know what I mean? And that very much feels like the energy for you right now for first half of July. And you're really finding really deep bliss and enjoyment on that middle balance beam between, you know, your past self and what's coming up in the future. And I had to tell you something, Taurus. We're going to go right into your animal energy. That is goals. Okay, Taurus? I mean, think about how many, you know, Buddha, like how many, you know, teachings have said it's really about, you know, the present moment, right? Eckhart Tolle, it's, you know, that's why they call it a gift. It's about the present. I feel like you guys are really living and embodying that lesson, and that's really beautiful. I just saw 2:22 on the timer. This is very little surprise to me that you got the lizard right now. I'm obsessed. You know, the lizard is about dream time. The lizard is about a, you know, slower energy if you think about it. When you are sleeping, when you are dreaming, that is really being in a place of, you know, deep rest, ideally, but you're also receiving a lot of, you know, with the lizard here, you're receiving a lot of information from your subconscious, right? It's the way that your brain is working out a lot of the stimuli that you take in throughout the day and processes it, right? It's also a beautiful opportunity where your, you know, subconscious can connect with your higher self, and you can have precognitive dreams or prophetic messages, or, you know, just a lot of different can be useful and helpful information coming through in dream time. And I'm getting a very specific feeling around the feeling. I'm getting a very specific feeling around the feeling. This feels like it's it really has to do with the feeling, and I feel like it's not a coincidence that I can't stop using that word, because if you think about it, the lizard is it's sensitive. It's highly sensitive. It's highly sensitive to changes in its environment, right? It really picks up the what to other animal energies is really imperceptible, right? So this is really beautiful here. I feel like look how just like this lizard is mad chilling, right? Mad chilling. But I also drawn to the fact that this is a fire energy as well. Again, it just really feels like you're in a beautiful place of where it's an inner movement and stillness is what I want to say to you. That's what it is. It's an inner movement and stillness. You are considering, you know, what you want, what your next best option is, and it's, you know, in alignment with what you really desire, in alignment with your dreams. I also feel like, yes, this is going to be a time where you are getting a lot of helpful and pertinent messages. The more slowly you go, the more you allow yourself to just be in any given moment. I'm really getting the more time spent in nature, the better for you guys. Because however, you know, you can make that happen. It can just be a walk around the neighborhood. But there's something about allowing yourself to be separate from, okay, not surprised at all. Oh my God. Are you guys really at the bottom of the deck right now with higher, okay, hi. Hi, Taurus. You're working it out for July, and I like to see it. But yeah, it's about separating yourself from a lot of the noise. I'm hearing to take some time away from the TV or the news feeds, and it's not about this is bad. It's about there's other messaging. There's other realizations, aha moments that want to come through to you that can only come through in the quiet or in a place that's separate from a lot of that outer stimuli. Okay. You got the star here. I just couldn't be surprised because this is the wish fulfillment card. This is dreams being realized. And then we have, the lizard here. So hi and hello, Taurus. Work it out. Look how she's just like living her life. Y'all, I can't. Remember when I said you're in a place of balance and you're in that middle balance beam you're considering when it's like two equally fabulous options and you're considering, and she's got these two vessels of the water? I love this, Taurus. I'm obsessed. This is Aquarius energy right here. And what I love about this too is that, Aquarian energy very much represents the innovators, right? The innovators and the inventors and the dreamers and the philosophers and the humanitarians, right? This is about being in the spotlight. Also, stars come out at night when we're dreaming. I'm getting a theme here. This is really, really beautiful. Remember when I said enjoy this time? The star coming out here, it's just echoing that absolutely. Enjoy this time. I also was talking about more time spent outside, and she's definitely living her best outdoor life. Going topless in this lake. I love it. There really is something to that. She's also really, okay, fine. Aquarians also are very much associated with intuitive abilities as well, right? Because they hold that balance. They are the water bearers. They hold the balance between the air aspects of, the mental state of being and what we can pick up through a cognitive sphere, but also, to the intuitive depths of feeling and emotions and, like I said, intuition. So I do feel like you have, a deep access to not just your subconscious, but your higher self and your intuition at the moment as well. And it would be a shame just not to take advantage of that because it's the line is open, right? So why not? There's just points in time when the line is a little more open for whatever reason, and that's what I'm picking up for you guys. And I like it a lot. All right, Taurus, what else? Okay, I literally can't with you, Taurus. I can't. And the Fool on the Taurus. I knew there was a reason I was starting with you today. By the way, I should state the obvious. I'm in a new filming location for the summer because Lady Crow's living her best summer location life. I hope you guys like it. Anyway, back to you. The second major arcana here, this is the Chariot, y'all. This is balanced. I can't with the twos here, and I saw 222. Does it take two? Does it take two? I think it takes both aspects of yourself. Remember what I said. Kate and the Leopold with the past and the future aspects of yourself, and you're here in the middle. There are definitely stars on this, what is this, a canopy? Stars up here. This is Cancerian energy. We are in Cancer season right now, so I'm obsessed. You guys are in alignment, y'all. Literally, actually in alignment. Like all of your axles are greased and even, and I know I really don't know anything about cars, but this represents cars, and balanced movement forward. This is beautiful, and we're talking about two, and then we have the yin and the yang. This is beautiful. This is balanced, fast forward movement ahead. Do you know why this Chariot is balanced as well and why it's not like slanting on either side? Why a spoke ain't broke? Nary a spoke is broke. And that is because the Chariot arrives knowing exactly, this Chariot driver knows exactly who they are. They know exactly who they are, right? Which is beautiful. I also want to draw these two houses in the background. There could be a group of you guys that are considering more than one home, more than one job, more than one reality, more than maybe a different path forward, maybe changing up how you do things. But you guys feel very much in alignment, very balanced. You're moving forward in the right direction. I do feel like it has to do with a kind of wish fulfillment here, but it also has to do with your being asked to step into a place of greater responsibility. Now, that responsibility can look, like a lot of different things, of course. For some of you guys, it's stepping into the public eye in a way with something you have to say, a message you have to impart. I feel like I'm having the deja vus. I feel like that's come up for you before, but I feel like it is directly linked to your soul purpose, like why you're here for real. It's not just like, and no shade, like I'm just going to go with this, but please no shade. I love my beauty people and my beauty rituals. But like, for example, like what I'm picking up on is a soul purpose, and it's not to say that it's an alignment of like, oh, this could be a fun hobby where I'm gonna, just for a random example, like I'm gonna review, nail polish, and that could be, in alignment with a aspect of a soul purpose. But what I'm clicking in here is you're changing lives with whatever you have to say and do. Not saying that nail polish doesn't change lives, but I mean, you know what I'm saying with that. There's something deeply connected here that really fulfills you in a way, and you're like, okay, I can't, but I will. You just got the Hierophant. You just came up in your own reading. Taurus, can I get a witness and a testimony? Literally, this is 3 major arcanas, which means that these are destined, fated events, right? I think technically we turn our destiny into fate, but it's very, you are exactly like moving in your highest and best timeline. This is you. This is everything being exactly as it's meant to be, the Hierophant. Okay, look at the 2s in the balance and the 2 keys. Someone's coming to you for advice, asking your opinion. When I say a greater position of responsibility, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're in a position where, your energy is being called upon to step into a greater source of like spotlight position. Like I said, responsibility, maybe taking on more responsibility at work, greater responsibility within your friend group. You could be called upon to be a mediator within your family or friend group. You're going to be giving a lot of advice, I feel. It's because your light's on, y'all. That's what it is. Sometimes our lights are just on. I do feel like a good group of you guys are going to be attracting a lot of romantic attention as well. If you're already in a relationship, it's a deeper appreciation of your fabulosity between you and your partner. And I do feel like that goes both ways. It's really nice to see because it's not one-sided. Do you see the theme here? It's even. It's evenly sided. Those of y'all who are single and open, I mean, my God, you have the Star, the Chariot, and the Hierophant. This is the marriage key. This is, also denotes happy travel, but it is movement forward. And this being in the spotlight, having a lot of attention on you, right? I mean, look at her, right? So those of you who are open, and singles, I do see you getting a lot of attention through a romantic sphere, darlings, and you better work it out because it feels really nice. It really, really does. Let's get some clarifiers. I can't, Taurus, making my day. Okay. You have the Sun at the bottom, which is illumination and happiness and good fortune and the children and the horses and all the good things. Leo energy here. That feels important. Why? Okay. I do actually feel that Leo season, which comes right after Cancer season, is going to be particularly important for... Okay, fine. There's something about using this... I'm having crazy deja vu right now, and I feel like that's because you guys are or about to be, or are about to be. There's something very poignant or that wants to be noted about Leo season for you in particular. There's something about using this time to kind of sit in between these decisions and just appreciate the moment. Leo season, I'm hearing lights, camera, action. There's something about, I feel like this period of time is marking Cancer season for you. That actually makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. As a Taurus, as an earth sign, you often do well with not always, but with friendships, relationships with water signs. You feel particularly nourished by them. See how she's pouring out the water onto the earth? This is water signs in you. It's actually making a lot of sense to me too. It does feel like you're in a place of nourishing yourself within this Cancerian season, and then Leo season comes, which is the season of fire, going back to the lizard energy here, and there's something about yes, Lord, right? I'm seeing a very particular image of someone who's in the music business. They're showing me this example. Someone who's in the music business who, is about to go on tour, okay? and they're taking the time before the tour to like vacation and enjoy life a bit. And you read that, I'm seeing an article like in a magazine where it's like, I'm taking this time to just enjoy life with my family and myself and like connect in, and then I'm so excited for the tour and to connect with my fans. Like, I'm not trying to be funny with that, but that's literally how it's coming through. I feel like some of you guys are about to like like have some recognition on a major scale, or whatever that means to you. That could be a feeling too, if it's not actual fame, right? That could be a feeling of like, wow, I am feeling myself, but in a really positive, non-egoic way, right? The Hierophant coming up here, just saying you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're in and of alignment, and it's freaking gorgeous. Something that's been eluding you for some time, a question you had, an unresolved issue, or a point of confusion, you're going to figure that out this month. And I do feel like some of it may come through dream time. I'm hearing dream journal. If you possibly, if you at all can, dream journal, even if it's just a few sentences, okay? You have the King of Swords. Again, with this children, you could have children around you. Children can be pertinent in some way. Someone's business or line of work or point of inspiration is children, or having to do with children's aesthetics, books, clothing. Their child inspires them, something to do with that. Or it could be something you're working towards, something that you have loved to do since you were a child, or dreamed of since you were a child. Okay. They're showing me a Goldie Hawn quote. There's a quote. Goldie Hawn was asked when she was like really little, like I think she was like 6 or 7. And she grew up in Hollywood. She was asked what she wanted to be when she grew up, and she said, I want to be happy. And the person who asked her that said, no, sweetheart, like that's, I'm saying, what profession do you want to be? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Do you want to be a singer, an actor, you know, a scientist, a doctor? She goes, no, like at like 6 years old, she's like, no, actually, I know what you said. I want to be happy. I'm hearing that is, I just got shivers. That's what this reading is all about. It's you are in this place where you're like, oh, my decisions, I'm making choices, this is about me being happy, and therefore there's no wrong answer, because I'm choosing from a place of what will make me happy. But here's the tea, and here's the gag. You have this inner contentment. You have this inner contentment, and when you come from a place of inner contentment, a la love and not fear, you cannot make a wrong choice. So it's really beautiful here. King of Swords is coming from a place of, and I love this, you have 2 air energies here, right? So you're feeling very clear-headed, very clear-minded. You're using your words well. Remember when I said that I feel like people are going to be coming to you for advice because your light's on? I feel that's what this is saying. Also, you could be asked to consult, even in a casual way that turns into a point of, monetary income for you. Okay? But King of Swords is really good at dispassionate assessments, right? He's never wrong because he takes his time, and no one's ever confused or feels slighted because he's always fair, right? He's the fair king. He can be a little blunt in his wording, okay? As can Aquarians as well, so I like that that's coming up together. But you're just in a place where there's no confusion, there's no doubt. You're feeling very clear-headed, and again, the King of Swords also is a high communicator. Some of you guys are really going to be in a position where you're just like, yeah, this is what I have to say, this is why I'm here, or suddenly, feeling very, very clear about your given circumstances and what you want that future to look like, right? You have the 7 of Wands here to clarify the Chariot. And I want to point out these are both 7. So, the number 7 is very much about that concerted effort before you get to the 8, before things, really start moving ahead on to the rest of the cycle, 8 through 10, final completion point. So this 7 of Wands, this is really cool because the Wands represent, again, fire here. Fire feels very, very pertinent. This is about artistry. Fire, this is about the soul. Right? This is about soul purpose, soul point. Are those clovers? They're showing me clovers. You do have luck in your energy right now, and it's really, really beautiful. This is that my body is, bigger than my body gives me credit for. That John Mayer song that I really just unashamedly quote every time this key comes up with the the 7 of Wands. Is that concerted effort, really, really going strong. You're rising above anything that's deterred you, confused you, or held you back, or delayed you before, and it really is full speed ahead, and I really like to see it for you. It's very, very cool. Do you see all these tired and weary people down here? I'm telling you, people are going to be coming to you for advice. I do. It's funny because I'm seeing a lot of people hitting up your phone or reaching out, but you're leaving your phone at home, or you're listening to music and it's on quiet because you're out in a nature walk, And then I see you looking at your phone and all of these messages. But it's not a stressful thing. Look at that Knight of Swords. Exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a stressful thing. It's just like, oh, like I feel, it's like that feeling of, it's that idea of feeling needed and wanted, that's not coming from a place of low self-esteem or anything outside of yourself. It's just that feeling of contentment. That's like, I'm making a difference in the lives of those around me. My opinion matters. I'm helping. I'm serving those that I love and care about. I'm serving a greater collective. Someone in here is thinking about starting an intuitive business or expanding their intuitive business as well, or just working specifically on their intuition and channeling. And I'm getting a big green light. I'm actually seeing a big green check mark, like Nike, just do it. Okay? Anyway, Knight of Wands, again, more fire here. Hello. I want to point out the salamanders. Hello. Going back to the, come here now. Going back to the lizard here, this is really, really beautiful. You know, this is fast forward movement ahead. This also, with the fire, really bringing me back to Leo season here. Remember when I said, because it is clarified on the Hierophant, remember when I said that this is a moment in time during Cancerian season. I feel like it's not just first half of July. I feel like it's for Cancer season, okay? Where you have an opportunity to just enjoy this moment. You are spending time with your loved ones and family, like in your best, you know, easygoing life. And it doesn't have to literally be easygoing, but it's a state of mind as well, right? And then I feel like Leo season is like, okay, there's going to be a lot of offers. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for change. It's going to be, you know, taking steps forward on what you've realized and what you're sure about. And that's really cool. Knight of Wands. That is running towards your passion, honey. I'm getting the book, The Alchemist. Okay, The Alchemist holds some very special messages for some of you. I would definitely check out The Alchemist. This is really beautiful, you guys. Really, really beautiful. I also feel like for some of you, this is a long time coming. I'm also picking up, because I'm really drawn to the pyramids and the camel here, which also made me think of The Alchemist. I'm getting a very specific Egypt. But I feel like that has to do with, remember the Kate and Leopold, the past and the future. There's something about that. I do feel like some of you guys are looking to your past in order to move forward, doing a lot of reflection in that area and kind of looking at who you were to, you know, inform where you're going. And that's really cool. Let's go ahead and get Oracle for y'all. Love this. Better work it out, Taurus. Work it out. Got a little bird Oracle for y'all today. Oh my God, I love this so much. Okay. So we have the flicker here. Look at this stunning bird. The flicker. New rhythms. Oh, interesting. Rhythms with the movement and the timing, right? Rhythm, music. I saw someone in the music industry. Rhythm. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. I literally can't with the adapting as well, because remember that lizards adapt to their environments, right? And there's that aspect, again, I think it's chameleons, but there is that energy of the camouflaging and adapting as well. That, ooh, that's really, really interesting. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. I feel like you are trusting. I feel like this is really more about, ooh, rhythms of the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're being asked to trust enough to enjoy this time. Sometimes we can think ourselves right out of a good spot. You know what I mean? And that's very much what this feels like to me. You are given a gift and an opportunity. I'm telling you, Leo season, there's going to be more than enough time and impetus for you to just race forward. It feels like you have this beautiful pocket and moment in time. You're being given this gift and opportunity to just be where you are, move a little more slowly, inner movement and stillness, but at the same time it feels active because your insides are active. You're thinking, you're feeling, you're discerning, you're picking up intuitive information. You're looking back to go forward. You're going into a place of very clear-mindedness that is setting you up for your next best chapter that I feel like is going to be around for a while. So if you know and you trust and you choose that where you're going is going to be your next chapter and it's going to be around for a while, why not just enjoy this moment in time getting there? Again, it's that, you know, taking that time to enjoy life before you go out on tour or go on to the next thing, right? Because change is coming, but guess what? The change, there's no tower here. This is really positive. This change is coming as a result of your discernment and choice, right? And there's a lot of luck here, as with the star, and I keep seeing the clovers as well. So this is really beautiful, Taurus. You better work it out. I'm really happy for you. This is really, really beautiful. this is your first half of July Janora reading. I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments the absolute most. I live for that. And with that being said, just thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. And as always, and most of all, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.